And as you're peeking your head into this tree, what do you see inside of there?
The tree itself, some of the roots.
Ah, very.
Looks like it holds animals.
Looks like a home for animals.
Yes, I don't know what exactly. It fits my body.
Ah, very good. And I want you to go ahead and sit inside the tree. And just sit there, and even if your feet have to hang out, I do want you to sit in the tree, okay?
Alright.
And tell me when you're sitting in the tree.
I'm sitting in the tree.
Oh, very good. Now I want you to take a long, slow, deep breath through your nose. Inhale. And as you exhale, the tree is starting to grow. And it's growing up. And you're going up into the air. Inside the tree. Soft, protected, comfortable, and safe. Do you feel the tree rising?
Yes.
Very good. And as you look out the fissure, can you see out? Can you see out?
Yes, I can see over the wall.
Ah, now you can see over the wall. And the tree is still growing. And you're very comfortable just rising in the air, looking down at the gate and everything there. And I want the tree just to stop. And I want you to peek out and tell me what all can you see down below you.
It's an open, it's a field, but it's like, I live here. Castle-like?
What do you see?
It's castle-like design.
You see a castle?
I live here though.
Very good. Very good. So basically you're on the grounds of this place, is that correct?
Yes, but I'm in the tree right now.
I understand. So when I say the tree, I mean the property. You're on the property.
Yes.
That tree's bigger than you've ever imagined it, huh?
Yes.
I'm going to ask you to do something strange. I want you to just go ahead and float out of the tree, and you'll be able to float in the air just like magic. And have you floated out of the tree?
Yes.
And how does it feel to be floating in the air by this big tree?
I was flying. It feels natural.
Pretty awesome, huh?
Yeah. It feels like I'm like a Super Saiyan, but
Understood very nicely. And I want you to turn around and can you see the castle now from where you were?
yes.
You can see it much better now, huh?
Yes.
And just from where you are, describe the castle.
It's large, fortress, but I know where I'm at.
You say it's a fortress?
Somewhat. Like,
I want a description, and I don't want you to leave anything out. Don't just look and think about it. I want you to look and talk about it. Say it out loud.
it's a plated roof. The place I was in was gated, and that's where the lake was, where the cherry blossom grows. There's a rock path leading to the cherry blossom, where the animals live. It's nice, peaceful. It's right next to, not a tower, but the main
Portion of the castle?
The main portion of the castle.
Very good. And I want you to float down to the entrance. Float right down to the entrance and land and tell me where you've landed.
Front of the castle doors.
Very good. And I want you to look down at your feet. What are you standing on?
Stone and snow. Stairs.
So it's cold there, huh?
Not really. I feel used to it.
Very good. And I want you to look down at your feet. What are you wearing?
Sandals.
You're wearing sandals very nicely. And what are they made of?
Wood.
Sandals that are made of wood?
Yes.
Very good. And what do you have on your legs?
My legs are bare.
Your legs are bare.
Yes.
I want you to feel yourself. Are you male or female?
Male.
Very good. And hold your hands up in front of your face, and what do your hands look like?
Regular hands.
What color is your skin?
White skin, lighter than I am.
Ah, very good. And I want you to run your hands through your head or on your head and tell me what's up there.
Straight hair, but it's like it's straight, but it's tied back.
Ah, very good. And are you young or old? How do you feel?
I'm a young man.
You feel healthy?
Yes.
And do you have any clothes on?
Yes.
What are you wearing?
I have a gi.
Ah,
It's
very good. Very good.
blue and white.
A blue and white gi. So, alrighty then. I want you to go ahead and look around for any type of inscription or anything on the castle walls. You know.
There's a door.
Ah, very
A big door.
good, good, good. And let us go ahead and go to that door and open the door and walk inside the foyer and tell me what's in there.
Walking, there's a red rug.
Beautiful.
It leads up to the throne.
Ah, very nicely. And is there anyone in the throne room at all?
No, it's empty. It's 2 guards.
Ah, there are 2 guards.
Yes.
Look at those guards really closely. What ethnicity do they look like they are?
Asian.
Ah, they're Asian. Very good. And I want you to call one of the guards over. I think he'll come immediately and answer any question that you may have. Have you called him over?
Yes.
Ask him, what is the name of this palace?
No answer.
Ask him what year it is. He knows.
1522.
1522. And what country are you in?
Japan.
You're in Japan. Very nicely. And ask him, are you the king?
No.
Are you?
It's a feudal lord. It's a, I don't know.
Say that again, loud and
it's
clear.
a feudal lord. It's the Sengoku era.
Ah,
The warring states.
so you're just a lord, is that correct?
Yes, I'm a shogun.
Ah, very good. Shogun, are you a warrior?
Yes.
Do you have samurai skills?
Yes, but I do not have my sword on me right now.
Ah, very good. We're going to leave that place and we're going to go where you train at. And we're going to be there in a count of 5, 4, 3. Halfway there, 2, almost there, and you're there. Where are you now?
Another part of the castle. And
Oh.
there's equipment.
And go ahead and describe that equipment.
It's red, semi it's golden crest up here, steel plate mouth, red and black. My sword's there.
Amazing. I want you to go ahead and take your sword, if you will.
You want me to unsheath it?
Yes, please.
Okay.
And I just want you to do one of your salutations.
Alright.
How'd that feel?
Life normal. It's usually do.
Ah, very good. And go ahead and place the sword back into the holder.
Okay.
Now I want you to go to where you're having a meal with everyone there, everyone that you're having interactions with on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, where there are as many people as possible. And we're going to be there in the count of 5, 4, 3, halfway there, 2, almost there, and 1, you're there. Where are you now?
At a wooden table with a fire.
Very nicely.
It's a large table. It's rectangular.
A large rectangular table. And how many people are there?
It's me. I see a woman and a small child.
Ah, very good. Is this where you live?
Yes.
And would that be your mate and your offspring?
No.
And who is the woman? Do you know?
No.
Well,
The person feels familiar.
ah, very good. Well, we're going to go over to her, and do not be surprised. She knows what you're doing and where you are and how you're doing it. I want you to ask her, who is she?
She's a maiden of mine.
Ah, she's a maiden. Very good. And has she prepared a meal for you?
She has, but right now she's serving tea.
She's serving tea. And ask her what is her name.
Mikasa.
And say that a little louder.
Mikasa.
Very good. And what about the child? Who is the child?
I don't.
Ask her. She'll tell you everything.
He is my son.
Ah, very good. And ask her, where is your wife or your mate or his mother? She'll tell you everything.
He was adopted.
Very good. And I take it you have a high position?
Yes.
And what is your title? If you don't know, ask her and she will tell you.
I'm a lord. Shogun. Fighting and protecting.
Very good. And once again, she knows as well. What is the century that you're in?
15.
Keep your eyes closed. Long, slow, deep breath. Did you just pull yourself out of it?
No, I'm still here.
Very good. Very, very good. So you're in the 1500s, but that's good. And I want you to ask her, and she will tell you, have you ever been an assassin? Have you ever had to kill for duty?
Yes.
Very good.
But I was not an assassin.
You were not an assassin. What would your position be then?
Sorry.
A guard then.
No, not a guard.
Well, go ahead and be elaborate.
Fought on battlefields.
A soldier.
Yes.
A highly skilled soldier
Yes.
with a lot of authority. How many people were under your command?
I had a mid-sized army.
And mid-sized army in this time would be considered hundreds of men?
Yes, maybe. It's about 600 men.
Ah, that's okay. Very good. And are you a righteous man?
I would like to believe so.
And obviously you're an honorable man. If you're a warrior, as being a Shogun warrior, and obviously a leader as well.
Yes.
Very, very good. Now I want you to go to a very important day in that time where something very important was happening, a very important experience that you're having, and I want you to be there in the count of 5, 4, 3, halfway there, 2, almost there, and 1, you're there. Where are you now?
On the battlefield.
Ah, very good. And whom are you battling with?
I don't know. I'm leading my men.
Very good.
We're preparing for war.
You're preparing for war in the battlefield. So where are you in a tent or?
No, we're on the field.
On the field.
War is about to happen.
Can you see your enemy, or your foes, or your?
No, not yet.
And what time of the day is it?
This morning.
Ah, very good. Now I want you to move to the most important event that happens that particular day, and I want you to be there in a count of 5, 4, 3, halfway there, 2, and 1. You may be in the scene or you may just be watching it. What's going on now?
We're fighting.
And go ahead and describe the battlefield, the scene. What you're doing.
I'm on my horse charging, slashing down other warriors. The battle's almost over. The other generals fleeing.
Very good. Now I want you to come right on the other side of this whole scenario at the end of this battle, and I want you to tell me where you are now. What's happened? Who's won?
We won.
Did you survive?
Yes.
Do you have any injuries?
No.
Very good. And you led this particular group into that battle?
Yes.
And you came out victorious?
Yes.
And this is a very high honorable day for you then?
Yes.
And are you in a celebration or what? Where you are? Where are you now? What happens after the defeat?
We're going home. I'm sitting there in my room near a fire, meditating.
And how do you feel?
At peace.
And how old are you now in this scene as well?
The same age.
Ah, very good.
I see myself aging.
Very good. I want you to go to the very last day of your life in that lifetime. The very last day of your life in that lifetime. And you don't have to be the person. You can just watch it. It's your call. And I want you to be there in 5, 4, 3, halfway there, 2, almost there, and 1. You're there. What's happening now? Where are you?
I don't see anything.
So have you already passed?
I think I died in my sleep.
Very good. And are you just in darkness then?
Yes.
Understood. Awesome. Now what I'd like you to do is take a long, slow, deep breath.
I'm seeing myself as the maiden looking at myself laying down.
As you've passed, you say it's a maiden. Who is
the
that?
maiden who was serving tea.
Yes.
She's looking over my body as a medical doctor, coroner, someone saying how I died.
Understood. So you're watching your death scene. And right behind you is a beautiful bright light. A beautiful bright light. You could look at your shoulder and you can see that light coming over your shoulder. So as you look at your shoulder, can you see that light?
I see a person.
So you turned all the way around, and who is the person standing there?
The light is behind the person.
Excellent. So that means someone has come out of the light to communicate with you and greet you. I want you to go ahead and make an introduction. Are they smiling?
Yes, that's a man in a suit.
Does his energy feel good?
Yes.
Beautiful. And what type of suit is he wearing?
Our modern day suits.
Very good. And I want you to introduce yourself. He has a message for you, and ask him who he is first.
It's an angel.
Very good. And so I'm glad he's in a suit, so he doesn't look anything too crazy. And ask him what his name is.
He's not telling me his name.
No problem. As long as you know he's an angel, so that means he's of love and light.
Yes.
And you can feel that. He has a message for you. What's his message for you? Let's take that message first.
He's not giving me a message. He's telling me to come with him.
Very good. Well, that's a message. That means come with him. So go ahead and let him take you with him.
It's my spirit. The body, because the spirit has left the body, and I'm going with the angel into this oval of light.
Very nice, very nice. And let him go ahead and guide you. And once you get to where you're going, tell me where you are once he gets there.
Well, afterwards, it's a white. As soon as I walk in with them, it just shines white, and I don't see anything else.
Beautiful. So you're in the presence of just all whiteness, yes? And is he there with you?
No, I can't see anything. I can't move either. I'm just seeing a bright white light shining everywhere.
Beautiful. And does the light hurt your eye?
No. It's like the entire room's lights.
Understood. And ask that light, I want you to talk to the light, is the light source? Is it the source of all things? It'll answer.
No, it's like a room.
Did you ask the question, yes or no?
Yes.
And did you get a response?
No.
Okay. So, once again, I want you to ask the light. You say do you see a light in the room, or just, I know you say everything is just like white, but
no, I don't see a light in the room. Everything's just, it's like a white room that's bright.
Oh, okay, very good.
But it's like when you turn on a lamp, it's that colored light.
Very good. Well, in that light, there are some of your guardians and some of your guides, and your higher self is also in that light. What I'd like you to do is ask the light to send out your guardian first, a guardian angel, one that's with you all times, watching you while you're here on the earth, and just ask them to come forward. Is there someone coming forward?
Yes.
Very good. And as they're coming out of the light, what do they look like?
It's another angel. It's a woman.
Very good. And she has a message for you as well. What is her message?
continue on the path that I've been taking.
Continue on the path that you're taking. Very good. And long, slow, deep breath. Inhale through your nose. Let it release. Go ahead and share it. It's okay.
She's saying my name. My name now.
And what is she saying about your name?
That the path I should take is the path of the righteous man. And I have to not only be guided, but guide others.
Very good. So you're here on the planet to be a guide? Is that through example?
To help lead people to save themselves.
Is it through example?
No.
And how would you do that? How would you lead and guide people?
Action. Through actually telling them and helping them.
And what would you be telling people that would help guide them in a positive, loving manner?
She told me that I'll find out when the time is right.
Very good. And ask the light, how many times have you been to the planet Earth?
Twice.
You've been twice? And would this be your second time here to the planet?
The first time is when I was the Shogun. The second time is now.
Very good. And what brought you to the planet in the first place?
Another soul.
A soulmate or a friend of yours was here and you decided to join them?
No, I was put here to.
Oh, understood. Are you here to help in the ascension process of the planet? The planet's rising in vibration to help people to get through this process? Very good. And where were you before you decided to come to the planet Earth to help in this ascension process?
Here. I was in a
Very good.
triple darkness.
Are you a light being?
Mortal.
You're mortal in your human body, but are you immortal outside of your body? I have a feeling that you're thinking and thinking and thinking and trying to make sense of what they're saying, and opposed to saying what they're saying, you're saying what you're thinking. I want you to let your ego put it to the side and just listen to whatever the angel says and just repeat it or whatever they show you. Don't try and make sense of it because you're struggling. I can tell. You're like, oh, I don't know. Go ahead. What is she saying? Anything, even no matter how crazy it sounds. You can make sense of it later.
She's pointing.
Oh, very good.
She's pointing to the wall, saying the path I need to take is the one to help our people.
Very good. And ask her, what is your future in Islam, in the nation?
The same path. To lead our people.
And when she says our people, does she mean the entire human race and not just one sect of people, but everyone?
Yes.
Very good. And Mr. Hank, or your Uncle Hank, he told you that God was all things, or Prime Creator was all things, even him and his best friend and the couch that you're laying on. Ask them, is that true? Is Prime Creator everything that exists? She'll answer.
She says we have the ability to become gods. We can make and create things from things that are alive.
Oh, very good.
Our spiritual energies. You have to believe.
So your belief makes your reality then?
Anything you can think of, you can create.
Oh, very good. And is what we put out into the universe what comes back to us?
Yes.
In our experience?
We will all be judged for our actions.
And who judges us? Ourself from what we've done in each incarnation?
No.
So you believe you're saying that she's telling you that you're going to be judged? If all things are God and we are all one, how is there somebody else other than yourself that's going to judge you? And you ask her exactly that. I'm sure she can hear me.
There is a higher being than us that lives in the seventh heaven.
Uh-huh.
He goes by many names.
Very good.
He's the God.
We call him Prime Creator, or the source of all creation. And are you connected to that source?
Yes.
Are you separate from that source?
No.
That's a question. There we go. Why'd you just scrunch your face up? What happened?
Back of my head. It feels weird.
Very good. You're getting a download of energy because that was a big truth you just displayed there. What I want you to do is take a long, slow, deep breath once again and release it. Is she still there?
Yes, saying Allah has a plan for all of us.
Very good.
Plan for me. And I'm supposed to help our people rise above themselves.
Very good.
Stop the hating. Help bring peace back.
And that's going to actually happen. And will it happen in your lifetime?
Part of it. This process that take years because of all the evil in the world.
It'll take years for many, though.
Yes.
And with this being the second time that you've come to this planet, what is your particular purpose or gift that you're to use to help in this plan?
I can hear him at times.
Oh, very good. And are you supposed to write it down or record it and let other people know, hear these messages?
No, not yet.
Very good.
I can hear him from my father's voice.
Understood.
He calls my name.
And when do you hear this message? When do you hear this?
When it's necessary. When usually I hear it when I'm laying down in bed or being lazy.
Close your eyes. What were you looking at when you opened your eyes? Could you see something in front of you?
No, but I still see everything that's going on.
Even with your eyes open?
Yes.
Very, very good. Very, very good. And what is that voice normally saying to you then?
He's calling my name, and I know I have to get up and do something, be productive.
And have you been productive?
When I'm called, I stop being lazy, or I do things I know I'm supposed to be doing.
Very good. And what is she wearing? What does she look like there?
Golden dress, black hair. She's light skinned as well, in the form she's speaking to me in.
Very nicely. And ask her, does she foresee you having a normal life by getting married and having children and going that route? Does she foresee that for you in this linear existence? And go ahead, and I want you to close your eyes and take a long, slow, deep breath as you listen to this answer. What is she saying?
Yes.
She foresees you with a wife and kids?
Yes.
Very good. Could they actually introduce you to your first child? I know they're there.
No.
Not going to let you see them ahead of time?
No, not yet.
Very good. But they are there though, aren't they?
I can feel them.
They already exist, don't they?
They will when the time is right.
Very good. Very, very good. And I want you to leave this scene. I want you to leave this scene. And you're going to go just pulling away from the scene. And you're very grateful to be in the room. So let's just go ahead and step out of the room. And I want you to give her your love for her love. Your love for coming through. And also the gentleman who came through as well is probably outside the room just smiling. And I want you to go ahead and give him thanks as well. And we're going to leave that scene. Now let's drift away from that scene, drifting and floating away from that scene, leaving the woman and the man there to continue on their journey, leaving the angels there in peace. And they will always be in peace and always find the peace that they're supposed to. We're leaving them to continue on their own path. Now I want all the consciousness and personality of Ajoni to once again return and fully integrate back into his body. May I speak?
I was here after I died. I came back. They had spoke to me. Now I can see blackness.
Very good. I'm just going to pull you totally out of that scene. And when you say you're here, you're back here where?
I can't believe. I feel like I'm floating around my own consciousness.
Very good. So just pay attention to what I'm saying and try not to think too much. I just want you to keep floating. I want you to say your name out loud, nice and clear.
Ajoni Farad Muhammad.
Ashani. Did I pronounce that properly?
Ajoni.
Ajani.
Yes.
May I speak to Ajani's subconscious, please?
Yes.
I have permission to speak to Ajani's subconscious.
Yes.
I respect the power of the subconscious because I know the subconscious takes care of Ajani's body and does a very good job of it. I also know that the subconscious has the records of everything that has ever happened to him in this lifetime and all the other lifetimes that he has ever lived. So I respect the power of the subconscious, and I always ask for permission to speak to it and ask questions. Do I have permission to ask questions?
Yes.
I know the subconscious could have brought forth many different lifetimes for Ajani to see today. You chose to bring him to the life as a Shogun Warrior. Why did you show him that?
What he wanted to know.
It's what he wanted to know.
Yes.
Very good. And what was the significance of that lifetime?
It answered his questions and shown him what he needed to do.
Did it also prove to him that the life that he's in right now is not the only life that he's ever lived?
Yes.
And is he living that life right now multidimensionally at the same time, simultaneously to this life? Are they both happening at the same time?
No.
So when was that lifetime happening? Is that considered the past?
Yes.
Very good. And when you brought forward the angel, first the gentleman, why didn't he speak to you?
He was just the guide to the door.
He was just the guide to the door. And then when the beautiful woman who came out in the golden dress, why were you able to have a communication with her?
It was meant to be. She relayed the message that she was told to.
And she only told him what he's ready for and ready to understand. Is that correct?
Yes.
Very good. Part of this process that we're doing that I'm sure he's totally familiar with is called quantum healing hypnosis. Could you please scan his body from head to toe and let us know if there's anything that he would possibly need to work on or that he needs to be informed of? Is that possible?
Yes.
And are you scanning his body now?
Yes.
Very good. And while you're scanning his body, may we still ask questions?
Yes.
Very good. Today, for the first time, he's met his Uncle Hank. Was it meant for him to meet Uncle Hank and do what we're doing now?
Yes.
And is your higher self familiar with your subconscious? Are they familiar with Hank?
No.
Very good. Very, very good. And are they still scanning your body?
Yes. My body is heating up.
It's heating up?
Yes.
Very nicely. And is there anything so far that they want you to be focused on or anything?
Besides my goal, my path, no.
I mean physically with your body. Is everything, all your systems seem to be working just fine?
Yes.
Very good. And do they have any advice or anything, your subconscious, the biggest advice and best advice they could possibly give you before you come out of this? What do they have to say to you? What does your subconscious have to say to you?
Be right. Live right. Don't do anything foolish.
Very good. And ask them, what would they consider something foolish that you might do?
Put yourself in danger.
Very good. Very, very good. Are they showing you things?
No.
Very good. Alrighty. Are you finished scanning his body?
Yes.
Very good. And is there anything that he needs to be concerned with?
No.
Ah, very good. Very, very good. Now I'm asking the subconscious to recede where it belongs with much love and thanks for the help and the information that it's been giving.